Wow, I keep doing it. Welcome back to another VitoVerse. We are back in here. I know y'all probably see my lips moving and all that other stuff. I gotta get used to doing that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get used to easing right into what we about to do and stuff. But anyway, hope y'all having a good Friday. It's been a very restful Friday, a very good Friday for me. I got my co-host here with me, Noto. What's cracking, dog?
What's cracking? I'm back
from
my trip and everything.
Yeah, so as you can see, we got a little, we getting festive out here. You know what I'm saying? Feliz Navidad.
Yeah,
man.
Same here. My lights are doing the Christmas stuff too. Although you see ramen right here, I'm actually munching on. That I just got today.
For sure.
Yeah,
for sure. So we're waiting on Sandstorm. Hopefully, he can get in. If not, you know what I'm saying, we still kind of doing our thing this week, man. We've been promising to discuss this current state of Disney / Marvel or whatever you want to call it. Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. So I just kind of look at it as all one collective right now. So we're gonna get into that. But first, we got 4 trailers we gotta kind of, look at and get through real quick. Some that's popped in earlier this week and some that's dropped kind of more recent or whatever. Well, actually all of them was earlier this week and last weekend. So we definitely got to cover some of this stuff real quick. One of them is out of our norm. Actually, we're going to be covering a video game. So
really? Huh.
That's normally that's normally what we, that's normally what we do on a Vito variant. So you know what I'm saying? We definitely gotta participate in what's going on now these days. What's the latest trends right now. You know what I mean? So let's get right into the trailers. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's 4 of them. So we definitely got to get into that real quick. But before we start, hold on one moment. I totally forgot to do something. Hold on.
Oh dear Lord. Oh, while you're doing that, I'm gonna take a bite of this ramen here. Since I'm in this garage here, that's like starting to get cold, and I got this heater on me. Good Lord. Sorry about that. I don't think you guys want to hear me slurp.
Yeah, they heard all that. All right, let's get into our trailers for today. Let's get into that real quick and give our thoughts, of course, at the end of each trailer, like we normally do.
Yeah, definitely.
The first one, Godzilla and Kong, New Empire. So of course that's been like, I think that was last weekend. I want to say this trailer came out. So I definitely wanted to cover this. I was about to do like a special one on Monday, like a VitoVerse on Monday, but I was like, nah, let me wait. So let's go ahead and crack off, see what's going on with this. Let me turn up this volume.
Yep.
Let's get it. Hold on. You can hear it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
For most of human civilization, we believed that life could only exist on the surface of our planet. What else were we wrong about?
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in?
This world has more secrets than we could possibly imagine.
Miracles I
Whoa.
get. Still
What the hell?
now and then.
Wait, what?
What
Who is you?
is that?
Yeah.
That's not Kong. What could have done this?
Kong can't stop this on his own.
He won't be alone.
Wait. Wait a minute.
Huh? What? Wait, what?
Welcome to my world.
Is that a mini Kong?
All right. So it's not giving us a date just
A
yet.
release
but,
date.
You
which
know,
is good.
Which I would assume closer to the time. Maybe the first of the year they'll probably give us more of a first beginning of the summer date or something like that. You know what I mean? That seems more.
Yeah, sounds about right. That sounds
more
about
like
right.
more like WB. You know what I mean? They normally give us if not a Justice League or some kind of not Justice League, but some kind of DC stuff. They give us something in the summertime. Yeah, something in the summertime. So you know what I mean. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But what do you think about that trailer right there?
I was a little confused at first because I know me and you had that same look. We're like, what the hell? We both had that look, like confused for a minute, but it looks interesting because I was going the concept like it was going to be like Kong versus Godzilla, but it's not. It's actually both of them actually working together. So that kind of threw me for a loop, which actually looks really interesting. And plus, with everything like the technology and everything, so it's like we're more in the future this time. So it's a little different. But I mean, I'm up for it. But I mean, again, we don't have a release date, so I'm not really complaining about it. But it's actually the first time seeing it. So we always seen movies with Godzilla versus Kong or some type of situation always against each other. But this is actually the first. I think is this the first time that we actually seen both Godzilla and? That's what I thought. Okay. I don't know, because it's been a minute since I've seen like the verses or anything like that with both of them together. So it's been a minute. So, but yeah, this looks interesting. I'm I can't wait to see when we're gonna release it for it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Me too. This is definitely picking up from last time, from the Godzilla versus Kong. We did have that movie come out. What was it, 18 or 19, I believe. It was somewhere around there. Well, it could have been a little later.
18.
Yeah, 18. We had it somewhere around that time frame. But anyway, or it could have been later on. But anyway, regardless, it's picking up from that. And if anybody's been watching the Monarch series on Apple TV or however you can watch it and stuff like that, I don't know. I have to watch this week's episode or whatever, but I'm not sure how they're going to tie some of this lore in. But I think they're just giving us more of all the monster sightings, the Monarch history, the Japanese history, and the first sighting of Godzilla and stuff like that. But this right here, if you remember on the last one, they were in Hollow Earth. They found out that Kong actually comes from Hollow Earth, and a lot of these prehistoric animals are coming from Hollow Earth, and that actually comes from a whole like rabbit hole, if you will.
Oh boy, things that really
like,
good.
But it's a rabbit hole of all types of just like conspiracy theories, brought to you by whoever found the North Pole or traveled to the North Pole and South Pole. I forgot the guy's name, but he flew both ways. But anyway, one of those situations. He talked about something similar to what we see in the Kong and this Godzilla movie or whatever. So the Hollow Earth theory is definitely in full effect on this. As far as the Kongs and the other monkeys, it's going to be interesting seeing that lore. So we're getting more and more. So this is more, even though it's Godzilla and Kong, this is more. I think the last one was more of a Kong movie, Godzilla versus Kong, or Kong versus Godzilla. I forgot which one it was titled, but this one's more of a. It might be leaning more towards Godzilla's history. It looked like Godzilla. I can't remember on the last one what happened to Godzilla, but we did find out there were two Godzillas on one of these things. So I don't know if this particular Godzilla is actually not our Godzilla from the last, the last movies. We'll find out. It kind of looked like he was like trapped in some kind of like, I don't know. It didn't look like our Godzilla. It looked like a different one. Of course, he had the kind of pinkish, kind of, flames coming up on him and stuff like that. Reminds me of Dragon Ball Super, of course. Shout out to Berserker SJ or whatever. He actually pointed it out too. It does remind me of the Super Saiyan Rose transformation from Goku. So
now you think about it, it does actually expect me or Rose are basically Goku blood, basically.
Yeah.
But I know you're talking about.
Yeah, it looks like that little transformation.
It does. A little bit. It does look like it. Now you think about. Now you said it. I was like, wow.
Yeah, because normally his his flames are like blue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he's heating up and about to do what he do or whatever.
Yeah,
So
but when Bly transform is actually rose.
yeah. So it looks like it's definitely gonna be, that's a teaser, just like the other one was when we saw the little monkey sitting on the throne or whatever like that. It's nothing but a teaser. So yeah.
But
So
it's a good teaser, I'll give it that. It's a good teaser.
Yeah. So some more Kong versus Godzilla. Well, Godzilla and Kong team up. I think that's the new wave here in America. That's not the wave they're doing over in Japan. So this is of course this is a different company than the Toho and Toy company over there. That produces the Godzilla movies over there or whatever. Minus, I think it was -1 or whatever that we were looking at that trailer that one time and it got cut off on us.
Oh yeah.
That's over there. Yeah, that's their stuff over there and stuff. So that's more of their stuff. And our stuff, our WB stuff is Legends or Legendary or some production. But anyway, they're doing a good job with our stuff over here. They've been, piquing a lot of people's interest still. And from what I hear, Kong actually has armor. So we'll see what happens.
Yes.
Yeah. So all right. So on to the next one real quick. It is our video game that we're about to check out. I didn't get a chance to watch it, so this is gonna be my first reaction to this. So definitely, I've been waiting to watch this, just like I was waiting to watch the Godzilla trailer or whatever. So this is all new to me.
Not this trailer. Not this. What the heck?
Like a dragon.
Yeah, like a dragon.
All right, so yeah, guys, I'll cut that out, you know what I'm saying, when I release these singly or whatever. So
here we go.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
There was a girl I knew. She said she cared about me. She tried to make my world the way she thought it should be. Yeah, we were desperate then to have each other apart, but love is a long road.
Well, look who's back. The only way we're gonna get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust?
Trust.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Good
That is
Lord.
hilarious.
Wait,
All right,
what?
so what do you think about that?
Well, okay, so I already seen this trailer, and okay, so let me get straight to the point of this. As you know, basically. Hi. Sorry, my mother just popped up. She was seeing what I had. Anyway, so she saw my ramen. I'm sorry, guys. So as you know, me and Vito work together and everything else, and I already had people already tell me about the trailer for that, and it's gone nuts, literally. No, sorry, Brock. Sorry. I apologize for all the noise and everything that's happening right now.
No, you good.
I am in the garage, and yeah, and this is my new studio. But anyways, so yeah, like I said, me and Vito already, we work together and everything else. So I already had coworkers, supervisors already been telling me about, everything, and also Berserker Jay has also asked me the same thing. I was like, I have not watched it because I just got back from vacation and everything else. So it's like, okay. All I can say right now, okay, let me get straight to the point. The game looks great. It's been a long time since we had a GTA. It's been It's been minutes since we had it. It looks amazing. It's back. We're back in Vice City, which is great and everything else. Like I said, it looks amazing. Although a lot of people are actually complaining because it's coming out in 2025. But again, I mean, what'd you expect? Like literally, what'd you expect from a GTA? But anyways, other than that, but yeah, let's just say my Twitter feed is literally going completely ape shit, and excuse my French, it's going ape shit with so many different memes, so many different parodies. Like I just seen a Final Fantasy 14. One of the guys I follow, who does a lot of like, the shops and stuff for Final Fantasy 14. He just did a complete meme over Vice City with like the Final Fantasy characters and take certain scenes from Vice City, from GTA 6. I was like, you guys, y'all, like this trailer just barely came out and y'all already doing memes. What the hell? So we already know this game's gonna be great. We know this for a fact, but the memes are just gonna keep coming. They're just gonna keep coming. So I'm just letting you guys know. If you don't want to watch the trailer, you don't want the meme, don't go on Instagram or anything else whatsoever. But if you don't mind the memes, go for it. But all in all, the game looks great. It looks amazing. We waited for a GTA and graphics, and we are in this day and age where the graphics are basically needs to be up to par. So now we're actually at this point where it's at now. So I say bring it.
Yeah. Personally, I believe like a lot of people are too hyped right now. That's just
way too hyped.
my opinion. Way too hyped for a teaser trailer. It's just a story trailer, and it's very early. You know what I mean? They're talking about 2025, and they could be pulling our leg. It could come out a little later, but by them giving us that date, it makes me wonder. Are they waiting on a specific system? You know what I mean?
That's
I'm
a good
not
question.
sure. I'm not sure what they will be waiting on. It has not been 5 years yet for the PlayStation and the Xbox, so I wouldn't say the new system, the PlayStation 6 or the new Xbox is coming out at that time or whatever like that. But I feel like that might be the I guess the end or starting to be, they're starting to roll out and starting to work on their new system or whatever. Who knows? I don't know. The reason why I'm saying that is because I hear people saying that, the system they're working on is so advanced and blah blah blah. First of all, there is no system out there that is more advanced than the real engine that is right now.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
is nothing that is that quote unquote powerful and realistic. It's going to look the exact same way God of War is going to look like, maybe a little less.
Or Final Fantasy 16. Like with stuff how it is now, it's like, come on, the real engine's like the best thing that's ever came.
Right. So this is definitely like they're probably working on some. Who knows? I mean, if you know about Red Dead Redemption 2, you know how big and massive that game is.
Yes,
they're not trying to top GTA 5. They're trying to top that what I just said. What was it?
Red Dead.
Yeah, they're trying to top that. And honestly, I think that game has been slept on because people have been playing GTA online and living out to be gangster fantasies and stuff like that. But, I mean,
that's actually true.
We're back in Miami, of course. The first time we had a Miami in GTA, of course, was Vice City, and it was mainly along the lines of the 80s and 70s or whatever like that. That whole little Scarface era and Miami Vice era. So that was deeply influenced by that at that time. Now is influenced by these days, just like how GTA 5 was influenced how California is now these days or whatever, or at that time, because California has totally changed again. But now Miami is like, a whole different place. And now you're showing like Miami, like once you cross them railroads, it ain't all beaches and nice places and stuff. That now you showing the gutter, now you showing and I saw some clips and that didn't ruin the trailer for me, but I saw some clips where they were comparing, like they found all the shots they put in this trailer and it looked like they pieced together real events, real news events, and social media events that literally mirrored that whole thing. And I was like, that pretty much what they're saying is they're doing their homework on this. That's all they're doing. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for it. Like I said, 2025, people are way too excited for it. There's too many rumors. They're like, I heard this. I'm like, oh my gosh, I have, like, how many times are y'all gonna do that until y'all are satisfied of being disappointed when the game comes out?
Exactly. It's kind of like what was the thing I saw on, what was it? I think it was and this, like the same thing with GTA 6, with the new one. That again, Twitter feeds and everything else, it's literally clear as day, because I found something and it's on there because, like you said, about the real events and everything else. They did a comparison of like the whole situation of like with the Twitter feeds and everything. Like showing the events like the crocodile and everything else, and it shows like, okay, this is from the game. Here's the actual same situation.
The real
I was
thing,
like,
yep.
I'm like, y'all really trying this hard to prove a point? Like, yes, okay, we get it. Yes, you're actually now showing us real events. Okay, cool.
You know what's funny? This is what I looked at. I looked at it like this. They hyped y'all up for recycled media. And they put it in a Unreal Engine, and it had y'all like, oh, this is gonna be so realist. They literally copy and pasted a real video into the Unreal Engine and made it a digital version of a trailer. It's not even the gameplay. This is not how the game is going to look when you get it in your hands. Like, this is going to be a little different. So we'll see what's going on a little later. But on to our next one. The Game Awards was yesterday, but this came out maybe earlier this week or whatever like that. This is the Fallout trailer for the Fallout series coming to Amazon Prime. So let's take a look at this and give our thoughts at the end.
All right.
I know that I've lived a relatively comfortable life.
Stop! Lucy!
You need to go home. Vault dwellers are an endangered species. I do not think you would be willing to do what it takes to survive up here. If you insist on staying, then you will have to adapt.
Behind the
I don't want to see tomorrow unless I see it. Tomorrow, so they say, will be a lovely day. A bright new sun will suddenly break through. But I don't want to see tomorrow.
There we go.
Unless I see it with you.
Wait, what? And grab the moldy one.
Tomorrow, so I hear the
What?
Was that a fork in her eye?
I don't know.
I see. You
12th. Yes, we get it next year, springtime. All right, so what you think about that trailer?
Okay. So let me be honest with everyone here. I have not played a Fallout game, and this is the truth. And when I'm being honest, it's complete true honesty. So I have always wanted to try to play the Fallout games. And when they announced Fallout 76, I was actually going to try it with a friend of mine, and we heard it completely bombed because of a lot of shit that was going on with it. So yeah, it was that. But seeing kind of like looking at the trailer from Fallout 76 and now looking at this, it's kind of like, yo, this shit looks good. It looks good. It looks hilarious too at the same time, but it looks good. So so this would be, to me, if I actually do decide to watch this would be like me actually watching it than actually playing it. So I'll look at it from that perspective. So I'll definitely give it a shot because, like I said, I always want to get into it and play them, but never got a chance around it because I have a problem with first-person shooters, and sometimes back then first person shooters back then really gave me a headache, and I started to finally get used to it, but it's still, I just can't do as much. Right. But I do want to definitely check this out, and I did want to try Fallout. So this will be, hey, for people who never got a chance to play the game, here you go. Here's Fallout. Here's the series for you.
Yeah,
but I'll take it.
All right, cool. Yeah, me, I have played Fallouts. I've played Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. The great thing about 76 is you can go third person. I forgot if you can go third person on 4. I believe you can't. I don't think you can. But anyway, but 76 you can go third person. Basically, if you want to kind of get some controls before you like get the controls down before you go into like a star field or something like that, Fallout 76 is the dummy game to mess around with. I mean, it's been years. It's on Game Pass, so I mean, it's it's available to kind of mess around with. You know what I mean? But this as a series, I feel like it is an interesting concept. Hopefully, they do not mess this up like they did Halo. Halo did bomb. That was terrible. They definitely seem like they might be in a bag with Fallout because Fallout, it has you got to have some comedy in there. And Fallout as a series as a whole kind of has some tongue-in-cheek jokes. And, you know what I mean? It's something that you can kind of digest a lot more easier. Seeing those mutated animals and stuff like that and mutated people, it reminds me of when I'm playing 76 and I'm like going around to these camps, these survival camps and stuff, and you see like different people with like no nose or has like an eye over here or something like that. Like that is hilarious. That is hilarious. So I like how they're just bringing the comedy and the almost realism to the fact that if we fall out, if we go into World War III and people survive, stuff like that, hey, we might not recognize the world. Now, one thing that was interesting with Starfield was, Starfield is a Bethesda game. It did not reference Fallout. Well, I think it did. I think it referenced Fallout at one point. But when you go back to Earth, right, and you travel to the Earth, the solar system of Earth, you see Earth. Earth is totally scorched. It's a rock. It looks just like the moon, right? So, in a sense, Fallout is kind of explaining what happened to the Earth and stuff. So in a sense, in that universe, you know what happened to the Earth. You know why it's scorched. You know what I'm saying? And if you play the Fallout games, you definitely know that, you know what I'm saying, that's what happened. The nuclear stuff happened. So I'm excited for this series. It's on Amazon Prime. I definitely have Amazon Prime through my my phone subscription. So, you know what I'm saying, that's just a nice little treat, you know what I'm saying, in the springtime. So all right, so on to our next one. It's on Amazon Prime as well.
Here we go.
It is season 4 of The Boys. Now, me and you both, we just got done watching Gen V not too long ago. So
Yeah.
it's going to be interesting how they're going to tie those events in Gen V over to this new season. On top of that, it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to pick up from the last season 3. Season 3 ended up with a cliffhanger about his dad, Homelander's dad, and hopefully, I don't know. It does go with the comic books a little bit, but it has its own little TV adaptation twist to it. So what I mean. Let's just be kind of like not too skeptical on the comic book stuff. And they didn't get this right. We didn't get this right. It don't matter. It's his own thing. So let's take a look at this trailer and give our thoughts at the end.
Rome, Greece. All democracies fail because people are fucking stupid.
Damn.
But if you crush the masses, who builds your monuments? Who tongues your taint? The people will tear it apart themselves. You just gotta nudge them a little. Then you get to swoop in, be the one saving it.
Like Caesar.
Like Caesar.
Don't worry. If there's hell below,
Hell.
Who wants their balls crushed?
Your team. What's your code name again?
The boys.
Oof. Who came up with that shit?
Damn.
Oh wow, yeah, he's creepy. All right, so what do you think about that trailer?
Oh man, bring it. That's all I gotta say. Like, it's a nice treat. It's a nice treat. It's a nice treat to actually see, at least get an idea of what we're expecting for the next season. And I'm like, let's go, just bring it. I have not too much to say for it, so it's just, hey, bring it. Let's go. Give me the boys. Let's go.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I want to see some more because I definitely want to see what happened to Soldier Boy. I need to see Soldier Boy. So I'm not convinced with this trailer. I definitely need to see Soldier Boy. I need to see what's going on with that. But in other lights, it definitely looks good. And seeing that Butcher, it looks like the compound V, that little temporary compound V that they're taking. It's starting to have some effects, some weird effects to them and stuff. So I forgot how it was in the comics, but yeah, it kind of is. It's probably gonna be some kind of big situation going on where somebody actually takes permanent compound V, and you know what I mean, and which I don't really. Who has permanent? Oh, Starlight's. I guess she's permanently compound V'd up or whatever. I don't know if compound V is actually permanent, to be honest.
I don't know.
But everybody else, all the soups and stuff like that we've seen in Gen V, I want to see how they, implicate them into this season. You know what I'm saying? If they're going to, because the team that got captured at the end of Gen V, they're going to definitely have a big role later on. They're like their own little Suicide Squad type team or whatever. So we're gonna see what goes on with them, the new recruits, the new 7. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. So definitely excited about that. So hopefully we can when did they say it's coming out?
I didn't say. They said coming soon. So we have no release date yet.
Yeah, hopefully we can get that soon though. Especially since they just wrapped up the other one. Anyway, so let's get on to our Marvel, Star Wars, Disney discussion. We're gonna freestyle this, you know what I'm saying? We're not gonna actually come with hardcore facts. We're just gonna, as a fan, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Watching the last couple of projects from them, there's a big concern, you know what I mean? And there is some behind the scenes stuff that we both know that is playing an effect in a lot of stuff, and a lot has to do with legal situations, properties being reacquired from other companies that Marvel sold, because Marvel was actually on a bankruptcy at one point. So
True.
they sold a lot of their character rights and things of that nature. So they're trying to move on with this storyline, but it's kind of hard to move on with these storylines and make a compelling story when half of your cast is not even involved. You know what I mean? So I guess my first question with this concern and stuff, what is the most recent project that has actually concerned you to make you question what direction are we going from Marvel?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think right now, I think it's because what I think and what I'm looking at is we're in this because remember we just finished the the Avengers in more, I mean, in game and stuff like that. But now we're going to a new direction. Like we're supposed to be setting up for the next Avengers, but we don't know what's happening with that because we already just got the Marvels. We just finished Loki season 2. We're like, there's so many questions, especially with those two right now, that's happening. So we're like lost there. Then we also had I forgot the actor's name, but who played Kane the Conqueror. We had his things that's going on with
Jonathan
him.
Majors.
Yeah,
Jonathan Majors.
Which I'm actually happy that his case and everything has been fixed and everything. So that's good news right there, because that was just like, that was complete not bullshit right there. So I found out about that I guess later on today. But I don't know what's going on with Marvel. It's just like, I mean, yeah, we're getting side little projects, everything else, but like, where's the new Avengers? Who was supposed to be the Avengers? Like, what's going on with the timeline? Because if you have been following some of the series and you already knew what was supposed to happen, that hey, okay, we got this one, this is set this up. All right, we got this one, we got this set up. So everything has been a setup, but then now, with the whole, I know the writers strike and everything else, which we understand the situation. We totally, we have nothing against that whatsoever. Like we agree with them, and we're glad that the writers are actually back, writing, do what they love and what they love to do and stuff like that. It's just right now, I don't know. I don't know where the stories are going. I mean, don't get me wrong, Loki was great. Loki season 2 was great. I like what they did, and it's like we've been waiting for this, and see how it goes. But we're just now in the question mark of where we go from here.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
So right now it's Loki and let's say the Marvels, and I guess what was that other one? The one with Samuel L. Jackson, the show I can't remember.
Secret Invasion.
Yeah, there you go. Secret Invasions. Those are actually, I don't know what's going on right now. It's just so many different things happening. I don't know. So I'm in a complete loss.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We are in a weird state. So I think what's really the problem with Marvel right now is COVID really messed up their plans.
Definitely.
If you look at the slate from the 2019 Expo, they had everything laid out the way they was going to do with the TV shows, how they were going to, inquire this and stuff like that. Basically, we're supposed to be, which we are, in the multiverse saga. So this is its own saga within itself, but it doesn't feel like it's
It's
his
a
own
multiverse.
saga. It feels like they're trying to clean up what happened in the Affinity Saga. So it doesn't feel like its own, you know what I'm saying? Like its own entity, its
Yeah.
own bad. I don't feel like we're still, it's almost like we still feeling like we're waiting on the big bad, which the big bad is here, is Kane. But just how they've been doing everything and the whole mess with Sony having Spider-Man and
Iron Man.
you know, you're taken away from things. So the TV shows, some of them are hit or miss. Some people didn't like WandaVision. I actually enjoyed WandaVision. It actually
I did too.
sets up a lot of stuff, and it actually sets up Doctor Strange in a sense, with the multiverse of madness. That whole situation with you know, cameos from different iconic characters that are going to be possibly in other stuff, or they have been in other stuff. They just were other versions of that character and stuff. So, you know, I mean, there's been some jewels in this situation, but it's just been such a hot mess. I would touch on Secret Invasions, but we do know that they blame the Striders, the
writer strike.
Writer strike around that time, and I do agree. Yes, there might have been some situations going on there, but I think this actually stems back a little further than that, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it stems back from 2021, and just the whole pandemic situation. This project was supposed to be made, I think, on the same time frame as that Black Widow movie was made. So there was supposed to be a whole different storyline with this whole situation, and they totally scrambling and mumbling and bumbling. They totally fumbled this whole Secret Invasions, or you know what I'm saying? But we don't even understand what Secret Invasion, like what was the purpose of it? You know what I mean? What character are we getting out of it? That's, you know, like, besides the fact that you desensitized
Samuel Jackson.
Nick Fury, this character. Like, you've already made Nick Fury a different person entirely, right? You made him this shaft, all-knowing secret spy boss, right? But he was the first super soldier in the comic books, and he was white, you know what I mean? He was a different person. So, you know what I mean? Like, you've already changed him. So now you take this series and you totally mess up his whole character. Like, you made him a wimpy, I don't know what to do, confused person. It didn't feel like Nick Fury, to the point where the whole time, you remember on what movie was that? There was a movie where I think it was Far From Home. Spider-Man Far From Home. Nick Fury and the other Agent Hill, they were actually Skrulls and stuff. They were Talos and his wife. So the whole time I'm thinking it's another Skrull. You know what I mean? Like, this is not our Nick Fury. And lo and behold, no, it was. And on top of that, certain stuff like him having a Skrull wife, I think that was forced. You know what I mean? I feel like that just felt very odd, weird, awkward. There was a lot of awkwardness in that whole series that it was just like, man, y'all wasted time, and y'all wasted good talent. You know what I mean? There was so much good talent in that series. It's just y'all messed it up with having to scramble for scraps and redo the whole thing. You know what I mean? And it was, you know, redone. So other than that, I mean, I have not seen the Marvels. You've seen the Marvels. I have not seen the Marvels, but from what I'm hearing, it sounds like it's not too well made. It almost feels as if it was a copy and paste of another movie that they've already made. There was some other, I guess, concerns about how they did Kamala, Khan or whatever, how they kind of did her character, not just in the movie, but even her TV show.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you totally changed her character. Like you're changing characters for the narrative. When we get it, you know what I'm saying? We get it. You got to change it for, like your story.
Yeah, so
you know what I
nice
mean?
and everything.
But you're totally just making her, I mean, to the point where you introduced her and you didn't even introduce mutants, and she's actually not a mutant, she's an inhuman, actually.
Yes.
So you introduced her as a mutant, and that's the introduction to the mutants in the MCU, and that kind of felt forced.
Yeah, which that shouldn't be the case. It really shouldn't. It's like, because she's really not a mutant at all. Like,
well,
it's kind of
technically,
it's kind of like,
technically they are, like, Inhumans are mutants, but they're not mutants in a sense. Like they weren't born with the gene. Something happened to kind of mutate them to what they are. Kind of like the Fantastic Four.
Yes,
they'll be like the first Inhumans. Should we, what I'm saying? They got given their powers were given to them. You know what I mean? So Spider-Man is technically an Inhuman. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But a mutant is, oh no, you were born with power. So in a sense, I don't know where they were going with Kamala Khan. I don't know if did they kind of go into her like mutant gene in that movie?
No, they didn't. Like, I can definitely. It like, I know from the start of the movie, like it went to. Let me see if I can explain this. Like, it's only the beginning, but I'm not going to say what for spoiler purposes or anything else. So for anybody,
spoiler alert, just in case.
Yeah,
spoiler alert,
just in case. But also, just let you guys know, if you're gonna watch this movie, watch it just for the comedy. It has a lot of comedy to it. I definitely give that 100%. It was hilarious. I enjoyed it for what it was. I went in it not for, okay, this is all the bias and all this bickery and whatever, such like that, all this crap. I went in there as like, all right, the trailer seemed like it's funny. Let me see how it is and in a funny perspective, and it delivered the funny perspective. So I looked at it from a funny perspective, not for, okay, what are we getting ourselves into now? What are we setting up? Because we already got too much shit. But anyways, again, spoiler alert. Basically the start of the movie, it was basically Captain Marvel basically was in space and she was talking to Nick Fury, and I guess she found something, or something was happening. I can remember what it was, but so I guess she went to go investigate it, but then I guess her, Kamala, and I can think of her other person's name.
Monica Rambeau.
Rambo, thank you. The name's going to blank. So they see something weird happening in space, like, Kamala's a different case, but both of them saw something in space. They like to touch it, and I guess each time, like the bracelet was acting up. Rambo saw something in space, and Marvel saw something in space. They all touched it at the exact same time, and then that's when they start swapping. Like their powers every time they start using their powers, they swap. So that was the introduction. So they really didn't explain anything about, any details with Kamala whatsoever. It was just more of like, okay, this is happening. How this is the setup. Here we go. Let's begin. Gotcha. And it's just showing from one perspective, one person see it, and then they just had it where all three at the exact, so all three of them at the exact same time where something happened. Mm-hmm. So, but you also got to see from each different perspectives. Like when they saw all three of them happen, then it went to Rambo and then saw how her situation happened. Then it went to Kamala and then showed her situation happen. And then all of a sudden, then it just continued where they switched places in different spots. Mm-hmm. So that's where it actually more started. So there was no information about, Kamala being inhuman or anything else like that.
Right. Yeah. So, I mean, of course, we understand as far as copyright purposes by them selling properties that they can't do certain things, and by them having certain stuff they want to we know there's compromising. You know what I mean? We know all this that they're working hard, but I honestly I'll say let's not give up hope, at least on Marvel. You know what I mean? They just have I mean, they're scrambling. I mean, the Blade movie, there was some rewrites on that. They almost lost Mahershala Ali. I mean, there's so much going on due to the pandemics and the aftermath. I mean, we're 3 years, from that pandemic and stuff. So the aftermath is still you can see it happening in everybody's company, not just like Marvel or something like that, but Disney as a whole. As far as like we don't know all the details on different shows and stuff like that, but we do know that Bob Iger, which is the CEO of Disney, he's back and he wants to sell Disney. So there's something that they have to try to fix. They have to, get out the black of. So there's some big things going on over there at Disney. We just don't know what exactly is the problem. But I say, I am frustrated with what they're trying to do and what the reports are, what's going on, and what they're reporting now. Of course, right now we just need to take a lot of things with a grain of salt. This whole thing of the Silver Surfer being a female, that's a big thing.
Wow.
Yeah, they were going to replace Blade with his daughter or something like that, and it's like, okay, why would you get this A-list actor to play Blade just to replace him out the first movie? Like it was weird. So they have to they're rewriting it. So we don't got to worry. But my thing is with Blade, if you know the whole history with Blade, you know for a fact that Blade is what saved Marvel Films, which is essentially Marvel Studio. You know what I'm saying? This is the franchise or the 2 or 3 movies that actually saved Marvel from actually tanking and being able to make an Iron Man was Blade. So you have 3 movies to reference to go back and let me take a little bit of this and this and then the third, and you still have Wesley Snipes that's willing to actually work with y'all. Like he can be the new Whistler. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of opportunities that you guys can make an original story, but take bits and pieces from. And there you go. You have the Daredevil properties. Your Netflix situation was incredible. People love that whole universe over there. We thought it was part of the MCU, but it wasn't. It was his own universe. You know what I mean? So you have so much stuff already that's loved and cherished. The only thing you got to do is transfer over, put your name on it. It's done.
And done.
You know what I mean? That's it. But I know a lot of stuff has to do with by it being Disney. A lot of that stuff was rated R. So, you know what I mean? But they're going into rated R content. We have the mature thing on Disney Plus now, where you have to register as, if you're an adult or not. So, you got the stuff, you got the okays, you got people on board. So just go ahead and copy and paste. And then the whole thing with, I'm frustrated with that, the X-Men. The X-Men 97. It was a doggone cartoon made in 97. It's already made. What is taking so long to release this? I am literally mind blown right now. Like it was a cartoon already made. They didn't release. Just release it. That's it. That's all. Unless they're gonna try to do something where it's tying into the Marvel Cinematic Universe somehow, which I'm like, no. Help me as a 90s kid finish up my childhood by finishing a story that did not if you know about that the last couple of episodes of that last season of the X-Men animated series, they didn't finish it. It left on a cliffhanger. So that's what 97 is supposed to do. It's supposed to wrap that up. Just wrap it up. It's already made. If you need to do some touching up and maybe some new drawing, I don't know. The point is, it's not that hard, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's really not that hard. You have comic books to go off of. You have so much, it's not that hard.
So much resource, basically.
Yeah. And then, of course, James Gunn with the only great movies out of the recent multiverse saga, which is only one, which is Guardians of the Galaxy, Volume 3. He's left and went over to DC. So you've lost a great storyteller that can help mold this back in, along with Dave Filoni and all the rest of them. You know what I mean? Which leads me into another topic about Dave Filoni is possibly in their eyesights to direct a Star Wars movie. Now, we don't know how true that is. We don't know what Star Wars movie he would try to direct or what they would try to get him to direct. But there's talks of him possibly going over there and helping out that way, which is it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It does make sense. Or no, not Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni's already over there. Kevin Feige. I'm sorry, guys. Kevin Feige. There's rumors about him going over there. So and making a Star Wars film. Now, honestly, I don't think that's a bad idea. I don't know if Star Wars is trying to bring some of that Marvel formula over here and help us out with our Mando situation, because we totally messed up the original series. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're trying to do that or what, but whatever they're doing, Kevin Feige, could he come over and save it? No, but I think he can definitely help Dave Filoni, kind of steer that Mandoverse to a whole different direction, or, basically kind of not steer it, but keep it on its track that it needs to be. But with that being said, how do you feel about Star Wars as just everything that they have so far as being underneath Disney? All the stuff released from the cartoons, from the movies, from the new TV series that they're doing, like even the movies that are just sub pockets that's not necessarily a part of the Skywalker saga. How do you feel about Star Wars as a whole right now?
Oh, good Lord. That's it's hard to say or even swallow right now. I think, and being serious, being as a whole, I mean, like I said, I don't know. It's hard to even explain. Good Lord, it really is.
Yeah,
with so much,
it feels like a divide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really does. It's just, I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard to even say because we don't even know what's happening now. Right. I mean, it's just so hard to even explain it to begin with. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. It's hard because with so much has happened, so much is happening again, like you said, with the whole pandemic and everything else. It's just right now, I don't know. It's just we're waiting on the next best Star Wars, or what to expect, or what's happening, or the next story, and we don't know what's happening right now. Especially again with the whole Disney situation, we don't know, so it's really hard to explain. To be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Honestly, I feel like it's a half and half. And it's a half and half in every category. So there's a half and half as far as the fandom, as far as the cartoons, the Clone Wars, Rebels and stuff like that. There's fans that's kind of half and half with that. There's people that's half and half with the Mando series and all the stuff that connects to that, which technically they all kind of connect together. The cartoons and the Mando series, they're tying that together. The Skywalker saga, I don't know how we can sit up here and say that it's split big time, but it is split as far as generation.
Yes.
I can honestly say, as a 90s kid, my generation, we grew up on the prequel trilogies, and the original trilogy, but the prequel was our oh snap. And on top of that, George was actually still directing at that time. So there really wasn't room
Exactly.
to, you know what I mean, like go left field. So we still got the best of both worlds. You know what I mean? We still felt what the older people that witnessed the first three, you know, we felt what they felt. You know, we felt that excitement. Even though the older three fans, they were like, oh no, that's nothing. No, but it grew on them. And it grew on
Yep.
them in such a way where it tied in some of the Legends continuity that a lot of those fans actually started loving and liking and stuff like that. It grew on them as far as like explaining how Anakin got to where he is now, like how we got to this Luke, I'm your father moment, or you know, no, I'm your father. You know, they try to be correct. He didn't say Luke, I'm your father. No, he said, no, I'm your father. Anyway, nerd stuff. Anyway,
Pretty much.
but basically, it showed that aspect and showed how beastly Anakin could have been without all those injuries. Like if he was like full body and not hooked up to all the mask and all that type of stuff, it showed that how powerful he could have been. You know what I mean? How
definitely.
How different the galaxy actually is. How it expanded what George could not do when he first made it. So it grew on those older people where these new movies,
generations, the new generations,
the sequel trilogy, it didn't push the narrative. It didn't expand the technology. It didn't give us the space opera we needed. You actually had 2 to 3 different producers and writers for each movie.
Which that should have been the case. I mean, when you think about it,
really, they couldn't help it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
they didn't get J.J. Abrams back to make that second film. You know what I mean? They actually got rid of him and they put Ryan, was it Ryan Coogler? No. What is dude's name? Ryan something. Anyway, and he literally said in an interview that he made this Star Wars movie, that second one, or episode 8, he made it literally to piss off all the fans and divide the fans. He said that, and I was like,
really?
You have a big property and you're wanting to piss us off? Like, you want us to be confused? And he achieved it, but at the same time, he didn't achieve it. He actually made everyone mad. There actually is some people that did like The Last Jedi, but not too many people. You go on this platform right now, go to YouTube and type in reactions to The Last Jedi. People are bombing that. It was like, what in the world? So the last movie. So then when they got J.J. Abrams back to make the last movie, he had to play Doctor Up. And so he made this whole story like of Palpatine still being alive this whole time, and Snoke was a clone and all this other stuff, like raised the granddaughter and all this other stuff. And at the end, she makes her like her and Kylo Ren actually were in love, at the end, and they kiss and stuff like that. When we first got introduced to them, it was Finn and Finn and Rey that seemed like they could have been an item, you know what I mean? Instead of, you know what I mean? So it really put a bad taste in people's mouth. That second film really did divide the fandom, and it made it rough for that third movie.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
exactly.
I really feel the movies are obliterated when it comes to the last 3.
Yes, I agree.
So it's, I don't know if you can fix that. They're talking about making a solo film for Rey, making her own stuff now, which I feel like I don't know how to feel about that, to be honest. I mean, I kind of feel like how the people felt like when they announced it, because if you watch that, Kathleen Kennedy came out, right?
Oh
And
God.
there, like the reaction when she came out was like dead silent. Like there was like Kathleen Kennedy, and everybody was like, yeah, that part.
Sounds about right.
So
that sounds about right.
I was like, oh snap! But then they announced the Ray movie, in same reaction.
Mm.
Yeah, that part. So I'm like, honestly, I don't think you can fix the Skywalker saga. You did what you did.
Yep.
There's people on YouTube. There's plenty of people that make fan fiction that have. There's actually even talks about possibly even remaking that whole the Skywalker saga and redoing that that sequel
I mean
trilogy.
that.
Like
I
that was an
mean,
alternate universe. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to like,
yeah.
and you know what? What if they are trying to bring Kevin Feige over to be able to do a multiverse situation? Like, oh, the whole Ray thing and all this other stuff, that was a different universe. And they do some kind of time travel type situation. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, shoot, I'll be fine with that. I mean,
Mhm.
one, it will fix the biggest problem that happened with those three movies. Will be
Mhm.
that. Second, I mean, you'll have to have someone that actually knows what to, and I say this in blunt, knows what the fuck they need to do.
Mhm.
So excuse my French if I say it, but I'm just saying, come on now.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. If it's gonna fix the problem, and like if the fans actually want a second chance of
Mhm.
a remake and actually getting fixed and stuff like that, then I'm go for it. Especially someone who knows the properties, knows what to do and everything else, and how to write it correctly what needs done without pissing off the fans. Then
Right.
yes, go for it. But if
Mhm.
if we if it doesn't turn out the way it needs to be. But again, you're going to have to realize we as fans are basically going to be really picky and biased and everything else. So you know how this is
Yeah.
going to play out. But it's just it's like you really going to have to cater to the fans to make it work in order we can actually to accept it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I feel like honestly, I would leave it alone if I was them. You know what I mean? Like just leave it where it at and then make new content. Honestly, personally, I'm not done with Marvel, but I'm done with Disney Star Wars. Besides I can't say that. I can't say that. I did enjoy the Ahsoka series. I did enjoy the first season of Mando, the second season of Mando. Boba Fett was a dud. Y'all totally demolished Boba Fett. He's supposed to be a silent killer. Like he's supposed to be ruthless. Y'all
Yeah.
did the Luke Skywalker treatment to him. So I'm totally disappointed on that one. But all the cartoons, like as far as like Bad Batch, Tales of the Jedi, the newer
Lord.
continuity stuff, you know what I mean? Those are and even Star Wars Visions, even though that's just like
Oh
some
yeah.
kind of like what if scenario, it's refreshing, you know what I mean? It's definitely refreshing. So I'm not losing faith in Star Wars totally, but I'm losing faith as far as the movies, like the
Yeah.
series, the TV series and stuff like that. A1. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
just my opinion. They're not
Yeah.
totally A1. They got these flaws, but you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
so
I'm on the same boat with you as that one as well. TV series with Star Wars, yeah, I mean, it's doing great. Movies, I'm
mhm.
I'm at the point where it's like I may give you one last shot with a movie, one, and I only say one, and it has to be at least you gotta be on your A game situation before I can say, all right, you did a good job, so keep that up. Let's not make this mistake. Don't make any bonehead mistakes or anything else. That's how I feel with that.
Yeah.
Marvel, I have not given up on it because I feel like we're gonna get to a point where they're gonna explain something. They're going to explain something when it's come to again, we're in the multiverse. This is what we're supposed to be in. but
Mhm.
I feel like they're giving us all this stuff because of the fact of like they're trying to play catch up. That's
Mhm.
because again with the pandemic, and I get that, and a lot, and that's how we are in this world. We're all trying to play catch up or getting used to the norm and different things like that.
Yeah.
So I'm giving Marvel, like I said, I'm still giving Marvel, a chance whatsoever because I'm not saying like they're bad whatsoever. And yes, we are got introduced to the X-Men. So spoiler alert for this one, if you actually watch the Marvels. So but it's a little different than what I expected, but I'm still kind of how I put this in words, how I explain this to my fiance. Like I have this theory and I'm just kind of like playing to it, and she's been trying to like don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just keep it to myself. Like it's just a theory, and I think me and you had discussed it before, so it's kind of it might be what it is, but we're just gonna leave it at that. But again, I'm still more keen on the multiverse right now. That's basically how I'm looking at things right now. So I don't know what the next TV show is or whatsoever. TV shows are great. Loki 2 was amazing. I enjoyed it for what it is.
Echo is the next one.
Okay, thank you.
Which
Yeah, but
technically I look, I don't agree with, but it might be bringing that dark and gritty that I've been asking for. But I'm like, you're taking a character that nobody really knows about. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Echo is not a big significant character, even in the comics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a deaf girl that's like a trained assassin by a Kingpin, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you're making a Kingpin series, just say that. That's how I look at it. If you're making a Kingpin series, just say that. That's all. That's all I want them to do.
Yeah. I know.
Is just be upfront with the characters that y'all making. Because like honestly, what was that? The oh man, what wasn't the Captain America one? Because that was definitely about Winter Soldier and stuff like that. But
you mean with Bucky? You mean?
Yeah.
Or,
but I'm trying to think of what series it was or whatever that it was like. If you just say it's a such and such series, just say that. You know what I'm saying? Because they introduced a character in there.
You mean Falcon the Winter Soldier? You mean?
Yeah, no, I'm not thinking of that though. I know that,
Okay.
but I'm just saying it was one that was. I can't. It'll come to me, but it was like if you gonna call it something, just call it this. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna introduce this character, then just call it you know what I mean? So She-Hulk. I almost forgot about She-Hulk. They totally
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that too. I haven't even watched that series yet.
Oh, you know what's crazy? In another thing, they are introducing all the young Avengers in every last multiverse situation they had. They started off with Wiccan and Speed.
Yep.
Even in Falcon and Winter Soldier, they actually showed a young Avenger in there.
Yeah,
but people didn't catch it. People didn't catch him.
Exactly.
It was the grandson of the Black Captain America, not Sam Wilson, but the old guy.
The other. I know about.
So he's like he becomes Captain, or I think some kind of Captain America later on, or some kind of Falcon or something like that. I forgot. But yeah, they you can tell they got the wheels turning. They're trying to introduce every series. The TV series was supposed to introduce the Young Avengers, but also to show us the new team that's coming. You know what I mean? As far as the actual Avengers. So we have two different teams.
And then to add on to that, we also there is something that's revealed in the Marvels, because Kamala actually talks to, I forgot what's her name, the new supposed to be the new Hawkeye, the girl, can think of her name.
Oh yeah.
So Kamala actually talks. Yes, Kate Bishop's. Yeah, so she ends up talking to her at the very end of the movie before we find out what's up with Rambo. So we end up finding out with that. So she actually talks to her, and she has like the pad and everything else, and said, "Yeah, I got your information, and everything else, and I actually whether you actually want to join, make a team with me or join a team." Yeah. So that means they're setting up for the Young Avengers. So I think Kamala is actually doing the recruiting right now.
Which they have quite a bit of them so far. So that's dope.
Yeah.
Because they have
they
have Ironheart, they have Kamala, Kate Bishop's, Scar.
Yep.
Which Scar looked weird. Like you remember? Oh no, you said you didn't watch it, but
which one?
She-Hulk. They revealed revealed the Hulk son. Yeah, I was like, man, actually, young T'Challa's son.
Yeah. Yep. That's another one. Which is being trained.
Wicked and Speed, of course.
Yeah.
Who else?
Someone else is missing. I feel like it.
Oh, the Scroll Girl, the girl that they got all the powers and stuff. She's actually supposed to be a Young Avenger. I forgot who she is, but she's supposed to be a Young Avenger. And White Vision is supposed to lead them.
Yep.
There's some other ones too, but I'm like, but one thing that we're all forgetting about, Shang-Chi.
Yep.
They're supposed to come out with some, and you had this Marvel movie and did not mention Shang-Chi at all. And you're talking about the 10 rings, and we're talking about the rings, this and the third, and the bracelets and stuff. And you did not mention Shang-Chi.
Yep, that is correct.
That's crazy. But they'll probably get it all together. There probably is too much running into each other. Ain't no telling what they're going to do with the Eternals.
Oh God! Don't remind me.
There's so much. There's so much.
There's so much stuff that need That's why I said again, like you said, take everything with a grain of salt. And especially on Marvel, take things with a grain of salt. Don't really give up hope on Marvel because, like I said, we went through this whole thing with the pandemic. A lot of stuff was already set. The pandemic screwed us up, so now they're just basically trying to pick up the pieces and make up for it. And then again, we also have the writer's strike as well. So we pretty much had two situations.
Two situations.
Yeah, two major event situations happen. So they're really trying to play catch up and trying to fit and I don't like this. It feels like you can't just really just take a band-aid and just think like it's going to fix the problem. No, it's like you're kind of like really trying to fix a problem because of two situations and how to recover from that. So that's literally what's happening. So, I mean, like I said, don't give up hope on Marvel. Like I said, we still have a lot to come. And the only thing I know they're still trying to work on, I know they're trying to get get the new Avengers. We're already getting hints and clues and stuff right now as we speak with movies and TV shows. But we are still dealing with the multiverse. That is what we're still focusing on. And I think they're still doing it, but I think they're also trying to bring in and give you more of all right, who else was the Young Avengers? We're giving you clues to this so far, but we can't give you more of the multiverse because we're trying to give you this right now because we're still trying to pick up the pieces from what happened. And that's how I feel with that. So I'm still enjoying Marvel for what it is as a whole. I'm taking things with a grain of salt, and I'm going to continue watching them and the series and everything else. Just go from there. But that's all I can do. I mean, that's what almost anybody could do as a fan.
Yeah, definitely. So. Well, all right, guys, we're reaching our hour and 30 minutes. It's about a good hour and 24 minutes right now. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Noto, thank you for coming through, man. If you're gonna pimp out some need to knows for the channel, go ahead and let us know what's cracking.
All right. So let me see where to begin. So as you know, like I said, I just got back from Keystone, Colorado is where I was at for a few days. So that was fun. Some snow and everything else with a blizzard storm and everything, which was great. That was kind of fun. Now the place we stayed at was amazing. I can't even say 5 stars. I'm gonna say 20 stars on that because we were with the millionaires, so that was kind of fun. So that's why jacuzzi tubs and everything. Got a lot of pictures of that, but anyways, that's besides the point. I didn't stream this week because, like I said, I just got back in town. I was building a new bed for me and my fiance. We got that already done when I got back in town. So I will be starting back up on Monday with Monday and Tuesday Super Mario RPG. Wednesday and Thursdays I will do, like I said, Star Ocean. And I am going to finally bring back the DDR workout because I have put that on the back burner for a little bit because of like a lot of stuff's happening. And yeah, I get to actually test out my new Switch. I got the OLED.
Oh,
So,
okay,
yeah,
yeah. Well, welcome to the
so-
OLED family.
Yeah, so yeah, we got the OLED. So my original Switch was given to my mother as a early birthday Christmas gift. So because she also wanted one, so I gave her mine, and I just got the OLED. Yeah, I got the Splatoon 3 edition. Just it didn't come with the game, but it just gave me the Splatoon edition.
Oh wow,
So
really?
I got that one instead.
I
Yeah,
would think it comes with the game.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought it actually came with the game. I was like, yo, because it has the cover that says Splatoon 3. I was like, yo, where's the game at? And then I read because I got it from eBay and they say, oh, then they come with the game. I'm like, okay, fine, I didn't care. I'm happy with all the other games I got right now.
They snagged it from you.
I didn't care about it too much, so really wasn't true. Now, if it was the Zelda one and you didn't give me the game, I would be pissed about it. I would be pissed.
Yeah,
but I'm not. At least I wasn't really tripping about the Splatoon one, so it's cool. It looks cool with how it looks in this room right now. But yeah. So same time as usual. Yeah, pretty much that's about it I got in my head. So yeah.
All right. Y'all know the business with me. You know, every Fridays right now, you know, the Vito variance is taking a break until the first of the year. We're trying to finish off this year the way we started, which was just with the VitoVerse. So I would like to still thank everyone for tuning in every Friday, whoever does, or whatever. and even if you don't tune in and you watch it later on or something like that, I like to thank everyone. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, the kind of support is always appreciated. We're actually still on the road to 200. So the only thing you have to do is subscribe, like the video, and comment. And that will enter you into our raffle for a 1 month subscription to any streaming service besides one. So definitely, if you want to enter that, you know what to do. But we got to stab on out of here, guys. I'd like to thank you again, Noto. Thank you for coming through as usual. Sorry about Sandstorm not making it. I'm not sure what's going on. We'll see what's going on with Lil Cuzzo. But until next week, we'll see y'all then. Peace.
Peace.